Madam President, the Health and Security, Citizen Security Act number 16 of 2023, which is the one I make reference to here. We have come to this Senate before to make an amendment or amendments too. But we remain a government that is listening, and we will do at any opportunity that we are given what we have to do when the people of this country speak to us. Madam President, you would recall that the levy would be on certain goods and services, and the 2.5% is, or for consideration here, for services was noted. However, the definition of consideration in that regard excluded VAT, and it means that it would not include VAT in the definition of consideration, and then to impose VAT on the value of services or of the service. So the same logic, Madam President, can be applied to one of the services that we sometimes receive from our attorneys most of the time, and there's an attorney in this chamber, so he would know about those, some of those. It includes stamp duty, and that would not be appropriate if you apply the VAT to the stamp duty and then the levy. So I think after having reconsidered or in discussion with these stakeholders, we find it necessary to make that amendment. Now, Madam President, we do not want to allow a certain set of, I don't know what you call it, rumors or ideas to go unchallenged when it comes to what the levy is on. I think there are certain goods that the levy has been placed on, and we want to make it remind St. Lucians that the levy does not apply to the goods that are zero rated for VAT. They are not. And I think there has been an attempt, I don't want to cast any aspersions on anyone, but there's been an attempt or attempts to suggest that the levy will be applied or has been applied to items that are not VATable, and that is not the case. As was stated in the budget speech, the Prime Minister's budget speech, this levy will be on specific goods and services, and I think in previous debates we actually identified what these goods and services were, and today we are essentially looking to remove it on stamp duty for certain services. Madam President, the piece of legislation really is in its infancy stage. It is relatively new, and we will find challenges from time to time. I don't think we can find it completely perfect, and we may very well down the road have to make additional amendments. In fact, most of the legislation that comes to this chamber is not new legislation, but it's amendment to legislation. So it is not unusual that you will find need for amendments. The levy is now in its implementation phase, and I think so far we find that it has been working okay in terms of the collection. But since that was flagged for a particular service, we believe that we had to return and make that amendment so that it can satisfy and alleviate some of the anxieties of some of our service providers. And so I trust that it will receive favorable support in this chamber and that we can make the amendment that is necessary. I thank you, Madam President.